welcome back to my zodiac sign series, where I try to figure out how the zodiac signs would dress themselves. I already made a styling video for an earth, a water, and a fire sign, so today it's time for some airiness, and I chose Gemini, which is the opposite sign of Sagittarius. I have one personal planet in Gemini, so I have to give a disclaimer that this is solely based on my own assumptions and interpretations. If you do have a Gemini sun or rising or just a lot of planets there, feel free to tell me if you relate to any of this. I will be taking some stereotypes and concepts of the zodiac sign, and I will try to figure out how they can play a role in personal style and preferences. But do keep in mind that nobody is 100% a Gemini. You have some different places as well. So to start, I want to look at the symbol for Gemini, and that is the symbol of the twins. And I think the negative connotation to this is that they can be two-faced, but I feel like they can see things from different perspectives. For some people, it can feel like they can be the devil's advocate, but they just want to understand something by looking at it in different ways. So their broad perspective can also be seen in their looks, and they can dress with a contradictory style maybe, or just mixing elements that generally do not go together. So for the first look, I went with a bright green t-shirt with some color blocking, pairing it with a skirt that has a more subdued color and a vintage vibe. And in this video, I just grabbed some clothes from my wardrobe on the spot because Geminis are known for their experimental and adventurous nature. Sometimes it clicks and sometimes it might seem a bit random to others. But I feel like this unpredictability can work in their favor because their playfulness gives them a youthful look. And this youthfulness also comes from them being a social butterfly. They look easy to talk to, so they will not dress in an intimidating way. For the second look, I wanted to talk about two different elements. One thing I heard is that Geminis like striped clothing, and I think it comes back to adding contrast to a look, not only with styles or combining masculine and feminine pieces, but also by adding contrast in color with these contrasting stripes. I don't remember where I got it from, but I do remember instantly thinking about somebody I know who has a bit of a stellium in her chart, and she also wears a lot of stripes. And the second thing is about the polo sweater and the sweater vest. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet that rules communication. Therefore, Gemini is an intellectual sign. They love to talk and love new ideas. And by default, they will dress a bit nerdy or quirky at times. If they wear glasses, I feel like it will be a fashion statement. But if they don't wear glasses, I think you can recognize them when they have a pencil in their hair or a briefcase in one hand or a sweater vest. For this particular look, I aimed to embrace a current trend by wearing a red sweater. And while I would love to say I am not one to blindly follow trends, there are instances, like with this red sweater, where I find myself succumbing to the allure. In my defense, I believe trends can serve as a valuable tool for self-reflection on one's style, and with my Mars in Gemini, I am an advocate for trying new things. So even if it might seem silly to suddenly see everyone wearing red, there is an opportunity to discover if it aligns with your personal style. And Geminis are known for trying various trends during their younger years, learning from each experiment and eventually creating a wardrobe they genuinely love due to their tried and tested nature of their choices. So although I said they are experimental, they also can end up with a very classical style, and for me this translates in my trench coat collection. This is an item I have worn throughout the years I loved during different stages of my life, and I know I will love this style during many years to come. But let's go back to some stereotypes. Geminis are known for their wit and quick thinking. They love the pace of a swift moment, and consequently, their day to day style tends to be uncomplicated. Geminis are not the ones to spend hours getting ready, perhaps for a special event when they're in the mood for experimentation, but not on a day to day basis. And in this particular look, I opted for simplicity: jeans, a t-shirt, their trusty coat, and a bag, just keeping it simple. In my previous episodes, I delved into opposite signs, starting with Capricorn, followed by Cancer, which are opposites. A month ago, I covered Sagittarius, the opposite sign to Gemini, and when signs are in opposition, they can exude a similar vibe but in a different manner. I observed that both Gemini and Sagittarius carry a playful aesthetic and embrace a variety of colors. However, Sagittarius tends to favor oversized pieces, while Gemini leans towards more fitted ones. I already talked about Gemini's affinity for communication, driven by their ruling planet Mercury, and this also translates in their love for books and reading. And some time ago, I made a scarf inspired by the book What by Samuel Beckett. Captivated by the sentences, I created drawings and illustrations alongside them, and that eventually led to the creation of this scarf. So I had to include that one in this video because a lot of Geminis will not shy away from clothing with a good quote. So that was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please let me know if anything resonated or if you have something to add onto this. And I'm not sure which zodiac sign I will cover next, but do let me know if you have a preference. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.